Hey YouTube family, and welcome to my very first Q&A. I'm so excited to be filming this on my webcam. What am I doing with my hands? So I always record behind me at my vanity right there, but I need help recording and filming and all that stuff, and I just wanted this to be a more relaxed video. It'd just be chill and relaxing so I can answer your guys' questions. Ugh, my hair, it feels so gross. I'm sorry if it looks bad in this video. I actually recorded this once already. I spent like over an hour answering questions and another hour like trying to edit it, and I wasn't feeling it. I talked too long, like way too long, kind of went off subject like I can do a lot of times. I just wasn't feeling the video. So here I am recording it again, and I'm going to answer your guys' questions. So my mom has been telling me ever since I started YouTube that I need to talk about my disability, I need to talk about more inspirational stuff, and I just kept saying no. Like, I don't think I have enough people following me yet that want to hear about that. All the people that do follow me on YouTube already know me personally, so I don't feel like they would want to hear about stuff they've already heard me talk about before. But for this video, I'm just gonna answer the question that a lot of people ask me when they first meet me, because I don't mind talking about it, and that question is, why am I in a wheelchair? I was a healthy baby throughout my mom's pregnancy, but when I was about 6 months old in my mom's tummy, I decided to flip. And the doctors knew this was happening, my parents knew it was happening, so my mom was gonna have a scheduled C-section because I was gonna be breech. The doctor that delivered me was not her OBGYN throughout her pregnancy because I came early. The doctor that delivered me was just the doctor that was on call and not the doctor who followed her pregnancy. And instead of the doctor making her incision bigger, he just kept pulling on my neck trying to deliver me. Of course, like, my legs came out first and he was trying to pull my head out of my mom's stomach. Instead of making her incision bigger, he just kept pulling on my neck. And he said that he was going to try to pull one more time, and if I didn't come out, then he was going to make her incision bigger. So he gave it one more shot. Another factor was my mom's table wasn't locked, so the last time he attempted to pull me out, my mom's table like slipped. It moved one way with her laying down and the doctor holding me and pulling me going in the opposite direction, and that's how I came into this world. When I did come out, I was blue from not breathing. Once they got me resuscitated, they told my parents I was fine and that they had a normal and happy baby, and I was their first child, and they were all excited and happy, so they just went on with their lives. And it wasn't until I was about 5 or 6 months old I wasn't properly diagnosed, and I had a C1, C2, and complete spinal cord injury, which means basically I can feel and move everything, I just can't walk on my own. I can walk and stand with assistance and if somebody's holding me, but if I try to tell my body to do it by itself, the nerves to my brain just get all jacked up and my body doesn't know what to do. I'm very blessed. If my spinal cord injury was an incomplete, I would be paralyzed from the neck down on a ventilator, basically be a vegetable. So yes, that is what happened. That is why I'm in a wheelchair, because one doctor just made a very bad mistake. It is what it is. This is how I was brought into this world, and this is my life, and I'm here to make the best of it. I never have a problem with talking about my disability or anything that I go through. It's just that if somebody asks me over Facebook or anything where I have to type, it can be difficult to explain via text message or via Facebook message or anything like that over the internet. I just thought I would put it out there for this video because some people did ask me questions that kind of relate to my disability, so I just figured if I explained everything in the beginning, it would kind of make sense throughout the whole video. So question number 1 is from my cousin Lydia, and she said, I would love to know your journey from finding out there was something quote-unquote off to now being a confident and proud woman who inspires people on the daily. So I wanted to answer her question first because she kind of addresses the main reason why I wanted to start YouTube and blogging. In middle school and high school, I was not a confident teenage girl at all. I like to say I don't have any regrets, but then I always think about the times I was in middle school, especially high school, where I didn't go up to so many new people that I wanted to talk to because I was so afraid they were thinking, why is this girl in a wheelchair talking to me? That was my biggest fear, that they would be thinking that they wouldn't want to talk to me or they wouldn't want to speak to me, and like I would look like a weirdo. Looking back, I don't know why I thought like that because everyone knew me. I never really had any serious issues with anybody. I was never really bullied. Yeah, I had stupid rumors about me, like I didn't have a spine. Another kid told people I got into a car accident and that's why I was in a wheelchair. And then of course I was referenced towards Timmy off of South Park, which I think is funny. Not saying it was okay, but I mean, it's kind of funny. It was funny because they probably thought that was going to hurt my feelings and I just laughed at it. But back to the point of the story. I wish when I was in middle school and high school that I had somebody like me to look up to. And I'm not saying this like, oh, I'm such a great person and everybody should look up to me. No, I'm saying I just wish I had somebody to relate to, because I think that would have helped me be a more confident person and more comfortable with myself. I would have probably made more friends. I would have probably done more things. Not saying that I like was sheltered by any means, but I definitely was afraid to approach new people and new things. That's why I'm on YouTube right now and just expressing my creativity and blogging about the stuff I like to do on a daily basis, just to hopefully reach out to other young adults or kids in my situation that like deal with the same things I have to deal with and live life the way I live life. Just someone that they can relate to. Sometimes all you need is somebody to listen to you that knows what you're going through to really help make a difference and to feel better about anything that might be going on in your life. I know that was all over the place kind of, so hopefully it made sense. So a few different people asked me like similar questions. How did I get into makeup? What's my first makeup memory? Why am I so white on my webcam? So yeah, my first makeup memory and how I got into makeup, I'm going to say is my mom, and she might deny this, but it's true. Not hating on her or being mean. I love you, Mom. I remember it was like first day of middle school, 6th grade, and she did my hair, she got me dressed, she got me all cute, like always. She was like, okay, now I'm gonna put some makeup on you. And I remember being like, makeup? What? No. Like, really? Makeup? And she only put a little bit of powder foundation on me and some blush and maybe some lip gloss and mascara. I can't really remember every little thing. That was my first memory of makeup and wearing makeup, and I really didn't care for it too much. I was kind of a tomboy, to be honest with you. So I think it was like picture day or something, like that first year in 6th grade. She let me wear my favorite, I don't know if it was picture day or if it was just like a Friday or something, and she let me pick out my entire outfit, and she put like a little bit of extra makeup on me, like maybe some eyeshadow or something. And she let me wear my favorite sweater from Limited 2, which was like a rainbow sweater or something like that. I remember going into school that day and being noticed. And I mean, I was always noticed, but I was noticed as Ashley and not the cute girl in a wheelchair. And I was like, okay, this is kind of cool. Like, I am being noticed for who I am and not just my chair. And I think that was the day where I felt like makeup and expressing myself through my hair and my clothes and accessories was a positive way of me expressing who I was as a person and not just Ashley, the cute girl in a wheelchair. Now I'm ranting again. It's my first makeup memory. Like 7th grade was when I wanted to play with it on my own. Like, I didn't want her to do it anymore. And around that time, she wasn't really putting it on me. She was letting me learn it myself, and that's how I knew so much at such a young age, because she taught me the fundamentals and the basics of makeup. So yeah, probably saved me from a lot of embarrassing photos and me looking silly. I knew so much at such a young age because she taught me the basics and she taught me the fundamentals. And that is, I guess, like my makeup journey and how I got into it. She definitely got me hooked on it. She got me inspired in some sort of way. Max is now joining us for this Q&A. Max, stop! You're creepy! So somebody messaged me this question on Facebook. I was about to say MySpace. What's the most difficult part of doing your makeup with your disability? So that would probably be having triple jointed fingers. It just comes with having a spinal cord injury, just because we can't properly move our hands, I guess, as much as normal people do. So we get some kind of dysfunction and things forming differently. And it's not so much that my fingers make it difficult, it's when I have really bad muscle spasms in my fingers and my hands, and they get really tight and my hands don't want to open, or they get stuck like this, and then when I do grasp something, it's hard for me to open my hand. But yeah, it's probably the most difficult when it comes to applying my makeup with my disability. If I make myself rush, then my whole body like kind of clamps up and tenses up, and it's hard for me to open and close my hands. But if I really just pace myself, my hands don't cramp up or anything like that, and it's a Good makeup day. She also asked me, how do I wing my eyeliner? Just a lot of practice, you guys. I think I spent like a solid year trying to wing my eyeliner every day, and I ended up crying it off because I would get so frustrated when it wouldn't work. Yeah, practice. Kat Von D's tattoo liner is actually a really big help because of the applicator. It's so nice and defined. It's like a nice pen, so it's like you're drawing your wings on. So if you're new to wing eyeliner and you're wanting to learn it and master it, her eyeliner has definitely helped me, so you should give it a shot. You can get it on her website or at Sephora. Kendall E. Bryant. That's such a cute name. I wonder who she is. Did it hurt when you fell out of heaven? Yes, it did. That whole intro about me being in a wheelchair and why I'm in a wheelchair, that was actually a lie. I'm really an angel and I fell from the sky, and that's how I got into a wheelchair. Sorry, I lied, guys. Sorry. So a few people on Instagram asked me, when did I decide to become vegetarian? How did I get involved with PETA? And what's your most recommended vegan beauty products? I've always loved animals ever since I can remember. I always wanted to be vegetarian, but honestly, I ate a lot of meat. My favorite food ever was cheeseburgers and chicken fried steak. Not even lying. I could eat a cheeseburger 3 times a day for every meal. And I probably did sometimes. It was disgusting how much meat I actually did eat. But I always loved animals too, and I would ask my parents, like, you know, I would want to be vegetarian, like I don't want animals to go through pain for me to eat them. They would tell me, oh, well, you know, when they get to the slaughterhouse, like it's a quick, painful death, they don't feel anything. I believe them, and I don't think they were purposely lying to me, like I'm sure that's what they thought as well. The summer before high school, so before 9th grade, I couldn't sleep, and it was like a week or two before school. I went on PETA's website, I can't remember why, and I watched, oh my gosh. So I went on their website and I watched Glass Walls by Paul McCartney, which is, I think, one of their longest videos that kind of covers everything with the slaughterhouse process and the factory farm process and what the animals go through. And I remember thinking, oh my gosh, I'm never gonna eat animals again. Like, I can't believe this is what they go through, so I can eat them and I can have something that I think tastes good. Like, I would never want my dog to go through this, or my horse to go through this, or my cat to go through this, so I couldn't imagine doing this so I could eat it, so why would I want somebody else to do it for me? I remember thinking, like, after this video I'm not gonna eat meat again, but I still want to watch every other video to see what's really going on out there, because so many people think animals aren't harmed in this process, or they push in the back of their minds, and I want to know what really happens. And I'm pretty sure I watched all the videos that were up there at the time. The next morning I told my mom, I'm like, I'm gonna be vegetarian, and she's like, whatever, no you're not. Nobody believed me because that's how much I ate meat. And like every day for almost 2 weeks, my mom brought me home McDonald's, Burger King, any kind of burger. She would make steak and all that stuff. My friends would eat meat in front of me. And I don't think they were being mean. They were just like, come on, Ashley, like, how long are you gonna put this up? But that really just made me more determined and want to actually try it and stick with it. And once you get over the first month, it's really super easy. Yeah, once I got through that first month, I was good to go, and I made that decision about 10 years ago, 9 or 10 years? Let me think, let me do the math, hold on. It's been 9 years, and then I got involved with PETA because, again, I loved animals, and I would sign up to volunteer at all the local humane societies in my area just to volunteer because I just wanted to help and give back some way, and somehow I would never get a call back. All my friends would get callbacks. I would go with them and fill out applications with them. My friends would get calls from them asking, like, they would ask for help, but they would never call me. And I'm not talking down on these organizations or anything like that because it was years and years ago. It's just what was going on at the time. So my mom used to be a home health nurse, and one of her patients told my mom that her daughter actually works there, and she started working there because she used to volunteer there, and that if I really loved animals, as she claimed that I did, I should just go and volunteer there and see what kind of opportunities arise. And I told my mom, like, that's ridiculous. Like, the local humane societies don't even want me to volunteer for them. Why would PETA, the largest animal rights organization in the world, want me to volunteer for them? Like, that's crazy. And my mom said, well, really, Ashley, what do you have to lose? What's it gonna hurt? Like, you never know, they might give you a shot. The only reason why I went over there, my doctor's office was like across the street from the PETA building. So I remember going in the elevator and being like, oh my gosh, this is like, I can't believe I'm actually in here. Like, what am I doing? And the lady at the front desk was so sweet. Her name was Kim. She gave me an application, and I remember filling it out in the office and being like, okay, this is like scary. And so when I was done, I just figured she would take my application and be like, okay, we'll call you. And so she took it from me and she goes, so would you like to start now? And I was like, what? Really? And she was like, yeah, like I can at least show you around, like there's always stuff for people to do, like we always need help. And I remember thinking like, oh my god, I can't believe they actually want my help, like they want me to help, like I can actually do something. I just went into their literature department and putting together starter kits for all of their members that asked for them and anybody else who needed them. And I just did stuff in the literature department, working with their mail and all that good stuff. So I went home all happy and excited, like, oh my god, guess what happened? Later that night, my mom was like, well, they actually have a position opened, a receptionist part-time. And I'm like, no, Mom, I'm not gonna push my luck. They already wanted me to volunteer. Like, that's good enough as it is. Like, I'm already happy. Like, I don't want to push it. And she said, just apply. If they don't want you, like, they're not gonna keep you from volunteering. So I applied, and then I went the very next day as soon as I could because I was so excited to help and give back in any way. And I remember just sitting at my table doing my little pamphlets, and one of the girls from HR came to me and said, hey, do you want to sit at the front desk and see how you would like it if you were to get a job here? I was shocked. Yes. And she was like, okay, like I'll come back and get you in a few minutes. And I remember texting everybody that I could at the time, like within those 2 minutes she left and came back and asked for me. So they took me back to the front desk, and I just sat with the girl who was sitting at the front and just kind of overlooked everything. I didn't overlook everything, but just got a little feel of what I would do if I did work at the front desk. And I asked so many questions, bless her heart. She was so sweet and so thankful. She didn't mind me probably talking her ear off and being so excited. A few weeks later, I got an email from one of the people who worked with the interns, and they offered me a 3-month paid internship. And that is how I got involved with PETA, and yeah, that's just how it all started. And I will forever be grateful for all the opportunities they have given me, and actually giving me a real chance and giving me an opportunity to really give back and to still feel like I'm a part of something important and that I can make a difference, that anybody can make a difference if you really want to. So yes, thank you, PETA. From Steffi Garvey, what is an all-natural mascara that will give me amazing lashes and won't break the bank? Because your lashes are amazing. Thank you, Stephanie. Miss Stephanie, sorry. Lately in pictures, whenever I post a selfie or you see me in a picture with somebody, I'm most likely wearing falsies, and they're by Ardell, and they're called Wispies. But a good mascara would be Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. IT Cosmetics has a good mascara that I love for my bottom lashes because that applicator is so precise. Wet n Wild is a drugstore brand, and they have really great mascara. I like the one in the purple tube. I don't know what it's called. Just play around until you find one. But the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara is the best one out there at the moment that everybody loves, and it's cruelty free. Amber Jean wants to know everything about me. She wants to know, do I ever get sick of doing my makeup? I don't think I get sick of doing my makeup. I get sick of my body not cooperating with me sometimes, like I was talking about earlier with my hands. Them getting tense and not working with me. I could be so inspired to do certain things, and if my hands aren't cooperating and they aren't working, it just gets me so frustrated. I think that's what makes me sick. Like, if I ever get sick of doing makeup, it's not creating looks or anything like that. It's making my body do what I want it to do. That's what gets annoying and frustrating. If I could only pick one makeup item, probably concealer to hide my under eye bags. Definitely concealer. Right now you can't see them because my webcam is whitening them out. My favorite animal in the whole wide world would be a horse because they're amazing. They're the best animal ever. I don't want to exclude any animal. I just have a personal connection with them. Y'all know what I'm saying? Y'all know? I don't know. I just love my horses. I just always have. I always will. My mama says it's because they gave me the legs I've never had. And that's probably true. They're such amazing creatures, and they're so in tune with your emotions. I think they're very therapeutic and can definitely help people in so many different ways. Next question. I would like to hear about what makes you feel grateful and what inspires you. So what makes me feel grateful? I'm so grateful for the fact that my parents never sheltered me. They never isolated me. They never kept me from trying things and doing things that I want to do. I meet so many kids and see so many parents who have disabled children or who have children who may be a little bit different, and they isolate them into that certain group. They really don't let them try new things outside of that group, and that really hurts and bothers me because they're only hurting them more. My parents never did that to me. I wanted to go to a horse camp, I remember, and they found a camp that accommodated me and my needs so I could ride with every other kid and hang out with the horses like all the other kids and not have to go to like some special camp just for kids with disabilities. I remember one time all my friends were riding their bikes in the neighborhood, and even though I could keep up with them in my chair, I still wanted to ride a bike. And my dad was like, Ashley, why the heck do you want to ride a bike when you have your own chair that can keep up with your friends? And I'm like, it's not the same. I want to ride a bike. So my parents took me to, I think it was Target, because they got me like this cute pink and purple bike with the sparkly things on the handlebars, and they got me training wheels and they got me a cute helmet and everything. They took me to the end of the driveway and they're like, okay, let's teach you how to ride a bike. I like maybe pushed it a little bit and I started falling completely over on the side. And of course they caught me before like my head hit the ground or anything. They let me have like my little fake fall. And we were all just laughing like, okay Ashley, you try to ride a bike. And I was like, I know, I couldn't do it. I just wanted to try. So that's like a perfect example. I'm just so grateful that my parents always let me try everything I wanted to, and they never kept me from doing anything. Like whenever I said I wanted to try something, they were like, okay, let's do it. I rode a horse when I was like, for the first time when I was 5. I loved to swim when I was younger. Yeah, they always let me try whatever I wanted to, despite me being in a wheelchair, and I'm definitely grateful for that. Max, stop being creepy. So yes, it is now time to take my doggy for a walk and go catch Pokemon and hatch my eggs at the same time. So I will see you later, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Like this if you like it, obviously, and subscribe if you haven't already. I love you guys. Thank you so much for all your love and support, and I'll see you next time. Bye!